Einstein described matter as a form of energy, just as ice cubes, steam, and rain are all forms of water. Everything is made up of molecules, and molecules consist of atoms that are in a permanent state of flux. This constant movement creates energy, hence, every single thing, objects, animals, and people are constantly giving off the energy they're creating. Everything in our world is vibrating with energy. So, if you can learn how to marshal, nurture, and steer your own energy, discern and strategize how to engage and disengage with other people's energies, and reconcile with the energies of the world around you, you can begin taking back control of your life. You become the most in control of your personal destiny as possible. Hey guys, there's some weird energy at play, really, really weird, very panicky and fearful, and you could be suffering from nightmares. You could be having one nightmare or one recurring nightmare. This could even be in response to an earlier channeling that I got that the world is going to change in major ways twice again before the year ends. So it could be something in response to something that you see on the internet, in the news. There's going to be something that strikes panic in you, either in your personal life or on the world stage. And I'm here to tell you the message. And the message is you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're going to be okay. And have confidence. Have confidence in your life. Have spiritual confidence. You are exactly where you are meant to be. The people in your life are exactly the people that are supposed to be in your life right now, because you are designing your life. Every single moment that you are giving off the energy that you're creating, you are choosing those people, you're choosing those experiences, and they are reflective of your current state of evolution. So whenever you grow or devolve or move sideways, that life is going to reflect that back to you. And this fear that you're going to be feeling, and I feel like it's going to be like a flare up. It's going to flare up in fear, then it's going to settle back down again. So let's take a look. I'm getting like a personal fear for someone, like a really bad nightmare, and then I'm getting world stuff. And so I'm kind of blending them, and we'll see what the message is more speaking to, because the world stage downloads I'm getting, all I'm going to tell you guys about that is to stay calm and have spiritual confidence. Meditate, whatever it takes for you to take your power back. You're not a victim of the situation. You're not a victim of politics. You're not a victim of life. You chose to be here and incarnate at this time. Live through this eclipse season, hopefully. Right on the floor. It's my fault. It's a very small table. The Queen of Cups. I like this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The first card, there's your confirmation. The first card is the strongest energy. It's the most important energy for me as a reader. This is exactly what I'm talking about having spiritual confidence and stewarding your energies that you are channeling. You're not in control of anyone else's energies. You're not in control of anything else that happens. All you can control is yourself, your perceptions, your perspective, and your own intuition and how you steer it and what happens to it. So my only concern for you is that this panic, this fear, this nightmare that you have is interfering with this power. It's interfering with your intuitive ability. It could even be misleading you because the intuition works against you when you are fed inaccurate information. So people are thinking that they're having intuitive hits on things, and it's not correct. This is how con artists work, and how people that exploit people work, is they feed disinformation into people's intuition, so people think they're getting a good feeling about something, and they're going to go into something, and it's just not. It's not good for them. Speaking of which, Three of Swords. Now listen, guys, the reason why we do these readings, and the reason why I do the weeklies over on Patreon, is to give you this advantage of knowing a strong potentiality. So if you like the readings, you know what to do to make those readings like kind of come true and manifest. You know how to control your energies and steer your energies to help them manifest. If you don't like the way a reading goes, then I empower you with that knowledge so that you can change your energies and change your mind and change what you have control over in your life to change that outcome so that it doesn't manifest that way. This is someone's heads up. And I feel like there is disappointment, there is a letdown. And this is me encouraging you and pumping you up so that you have the spiritual confidence to manage a loss without panicking. This is why we do this. This is why I'm here. Seven of Wands. This man is standing on top of this hill, and all these sticks are trying to get at him and trying to knock him off. They're trying to move him over, knock him off of the highest ground. But look at him. He's still standing. And now look at the look on his face. I love this look on this guy's face. He's so like determined. And he's successfully steering them away. He's successfully batting all those wands away with his one wand. You can do that too. You have this, regardless of whatever the disappointment is, you have a will to survive. You have this will to keep going. You have this will to maintain your position. If you do maintain a position like that and you're on some sort of higher ground, there's probably something really great going on for you, to be honest. Sorry, I hate when I make loud noises like that. I scare myself. So there's probably something great going on for you. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that this is just a flare of panic, a flare of but it's like a deep panic. Like it's something that really can destabilize you if you allow it to get there. If you allow it to get to your soul, your heart, it can. All right, let's keep going. Because then we got to clarify these guys too and get even more information. And there is a very removed element. That's why I feel like it might have something to do with something that you're seeing on television or on the internet, because it's like, I feel like it doesn't even have anything to do with you. But for some reason, you're like totally panicking. I mean, I'm going to take these two. That feels right. There's a bunch underneath it, but I'm just going to take these two. The Two of Swords and the Tower. All this power, two swords, but can't see. Can't see, so she can't wield them. She can't do anything fancy with these swords because she's blindfolded. She's hoodwinked. You're either waiting or you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what to do. But the Two of Swords precedes the Three. So if you wait too long and you don't take action, you lose. Inaction is a choice. That's analysis paralysis. You may feel like you're safe and not doing anything, but when that happens, you're actually still making a choice. You're still choosing something. We'll get to that Tower. We will. Let's clarify this row before I move on into another row. Give me a second here. Just looking. There we go. All right. Guys, this is just Neptune. It's just Neptune. It's a Neptunian fallacy. It's a Neptunian trick. It's like the shimmer on the water. It's the mirage. It's what we think is, except in this case, it's not an oasis in the middle of a desert that just disappears when you get closer to it. It's something that you're immediately perceiving as a disaster. But it's not. And I'm telling you, this actually doesn't even have anything to do with you. So let's take a look at the Queen of Cups. Tell me about, thank you. The Queen of Pentacles. Who's reading? There was a Patreon reading this past, like this week, Monday or Wednesday. Someone had the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. You're in a great position. You're in a fantastic position. You're actually quite solid. Let's take a look at this Three of Swords. Tell me about this disappointment. Thank you. The Chariot. Ambition. Something you wanted. One of our very ardent subscribers recently went on to a Vipassana meditation retreat. So congratulations. I'm so excited for her to come back and talk about it. If I remember, I'll include that in the link down below. She had asked me, because I talk about it sort of frequently or infrequently, I don't know. And I gave her the website and to sign up. And luckily there wasn't a long wait list, so she was able to go. This is something that you were going for, something you hoped for. Or ego. Trying to, oh, interesting. I'm getting a masculine energy who, it's like you need to have something figured out mentally before you will go to a feminine or talk about it with a feminine. There's some healing that needs to happen there. So if you are a masculine in a relationship with a feminine dominant or an ultra feminine type, you're trying to figure it all out and solve all of the problems before like opening up and talking to this other person about it. And this is some private catastrophe or private disappointment that okay, let's take a look at the Seven of Wands. Thank you, that was fast. The Lovers. So, you made a choice in love. You're making a choice in love, and people are trying to talk you out of it. And you're not gonna. You're on the top of that rock, and you're like, you're batting all those other wands away. I don't like your choice. All right, let's take a look at the Two of Swords and this Tower. Let's take a look at the Two of Swords first. Thank you. Temperance. That's nice. That's very nice. And this Tower, please. What's this? Tower energy is the Knave of Chalices. That's a shock. That's surprising. A little itty bitty message. A little itty bitty little thing to say has all that power. So this is a good tower. This is a good tower. There's some, see, this is the thing. It could even be your inner masculine that wants to have some problem solved, wants to have everything figured out before you share it with someone. This feminine energy, either within you or in this other person, is so strong and solid and emotionally mature, and like even financially, like physically, they're organized, they take care of their bills, they do life, they have their own thing, they're okay. So you, them, you're okay. So whatever this Chariot is, it has nothing to do with, it's, you could be trying to do something solo to bring to the table and it's not working. I don't let that go. This panic, this fear, it's not, let it go. Let that go. You're trying to solve a problem alone. And there's something here with love, with the choice in love, and you just need to open up like a little bit. You just need to talk, because something's going to, I don't think it's going to like, all right, if you don't say anything or do anything, you will feel peace, but not until after some other news really rocks your world. So if you can kind of get ahead of that happening and initiate that conversation, it'll go better, as opposed to just not doing anything and not talking, not saying anything, and then fate and destiny will just bring this to your doorstep. All right, let's start our second row, because this is, what other messages need to come through at this time regarding this situation? Cards are kind of quiet right now. We have the Six of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. And then this one just fell into my lap as I was reaching down to pick them up. And it was worth it. It was worth it to pick it up. The Magician. See, I'm telling you. You worry about your own vibration. You worry about your own life. You worry about your own, and not even worry, it's an expression. You focus on your own energies. You focus on love, on truth, on integrity. And let everything else fall away. Let it happen. Accept it happening. You will be successful when you do this Eight of Cups. This person walks away from 8 beautiful full cups in the middle of the night, can't really see his path ahead of him, but he knows that there's a missing cup. He knows that there's a 9th cup. It's his wish. It's a wish come true. It's something he's always wanted. It's a lifelong wish, but he knows that he has to walk away from these in order to get the full 9. For personal happiness, for personal satisfaction, for a personal issue. As an individual. This is individual happiness. You get that. When you walk away, you're able to make a wish come true. And you're feeling the relief. You're feeling so much better after that. You could even be celebrated in your community or in an online community or in your family, friends. There's people that are not happy with you, that's for sure. But those are the people that you have to let fall away and accept that. there's another group of people, there's another tribe that are waiting to celebrate you, that are waiting to be happy for you, that are waiting to hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. So you can't focus on the disappointment. You can't focus on that thing that's that chariot, whatever that is, an ambition, a goal, a dream. You're trying to solve a problem alone, and the only problem that you need to solve is that thing within yourself that is creating this fear, that is creating this panic, or that is very reactive, really reactionary to other people's opinions or disappointment itself. There's something with ego here. There's something with ego and ambition. You want to, number one, prove something to these people that don't really support you in love, truth, and integrity, or really support your personal happiness on that deeper level. And then the ego of trying to solve some problem totally alone. There's a good break in consciousness here that opens you up. And when that happens, it's like your mind expands and you're like, oh, okay. And then it becomes a little bit, because remember, when you're in those lower vibrations, especially fear, it interferes with that intuition. It interferes with that ability to make really great decisions for your life. So that's why you're steering yourself into this disappointment. That's why this thing isn't going to work, because you're not sharing it with either this person that you love, or you're just not seeing something. You're not in the right state. This feminine energy, that Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, I feel like that's partly you. You definitely have that within yourself. There's also that mirror in this other person, in this Lover's card, whoever you've chosen. Best friend, lover, whoever that is, whatever the relationship that other people are disapproving of, that's that person that also is reflecting that really great quality back to you. So it only makes sense that you can solve some problem with their help when you collaborate, but there's still some ego issue here in your masculine energy that wants to have it all figured out and wants to know exactly what you think and wants to have everything organized and paid for and done, signed, sealed, and delivered before you even talk about it. That's the issue here. That's why you're perceiving some things as like that. That's why I'm getting like this panic and this fear and this like. That's also why I'm getting that energy that it has nothing to do with you, because you're keeping it very, like, you're trying to take care of it, but it's not going to work out that way. I did it again. What's going to happen is you're going to have this break in consciousness. You're going to have this, and it could even be a little message, either that you kind of open up to someone, to this person, or they reach into your energy field and they send you a little message or something, and it breaks you open and it frees you, because now you have this back and forth, you have this maybe even like repartee, and that empowers you to take a step in that direction of your personal, unique, individual happiness. That part doesn't have anything to do with this lover or this best friend or whoever that is. This is a personal issue that's resolving, and then you're truly powerful. And then nothing really can stop you, because you're not stopping yourself. The world's going to change again in big ways before the year's over. And I want you to have spiritual confidence that you are where you are meant to be, with the people that you are choosing, therefore meant to be around and be with, and that you are who you need to be at this time. Have confidence in your own life. Have faith in your own growth. For some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, this is the past. This is months ago. This is Venus retrograde for some of you. This was, oh gosh, when was that? Like over the summer. Or spring, summer, where you didn't do something, didn't say something, didn't take action, and that was because you were trying to have it figured out before you let yourself connect with another human being. Ooh, look at the bottom of the deck, the World. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, I already knocked. 8 of Cups, please. Tell me about this. Thank you. The Magician, double confirmation. Double confirmation that when you take that brave, emotional, internal step, it's invisible. It's within you. And it makes the world of difference. When you take that step, that confident step towards what you know is for you, towards a wish, you make it come true. You manifest it. Don't try to do it alone. Don't try to have it all figured out before doing something or saying something or talking to someone. That's the issue. That's what's going to get you into this disappointment, is not sharing it, not sharing your thoughts or your feelings or your plans, or trying to have it all figured out. Let's take a look at the Magician. Thank you. We have the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. And we have the 10 of Chalices. 10 of Cups, perfect. I knew it too. I should have called that one. Okay, so you have the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and now the 10. The 8 to the 9 of Cups is making a wish, a personal wish come true. That's why I emphasized that it's an individual thing. It's a unique individual process, because you have to conquer that within yourself before you can truly share your happiness, your emotions, your love with another human being. And that's what you have not been able to do up until this point. That is why something didn't work out the way you wanted it to, because you did not do that this one step for this personal happiness, this personal issue. So of course it didn't lead to a 10 of Cups. But this is like, you do it. This is someone that manifests that change. This is someone that has that epiphany, and they are able to take that step forward and let go of anything that isn't going to be happy for them, let go of anything that isn't in alignment with love, with truth, and with integrity. That's a person that gets everything they want, because they manifested it, and they were able to manifest it because they got out of their own way. I hope you feel a lot better. There is no nightmare. This is like you feeling on top of the world too. Feeling totally victorious and successful, but more than anything resolved, really resolved and complete and confident. That's what I want you to take from this, is spiritual confidence. Even if you become a refugee tomorrow, even if you lose everything, even if worst case scenario, you have to have spiritual confidence. Thank you. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo energy. Your dreams need a practical plan. This is you being impractical. It's interesting that the guidance is saying this. You trying to take care of all this on your own is impractical. For some of you, that'll make a lot more sense, and it'll help you kind of break out of that and bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius energy. Bring love into the situation. And that's what I'm saying about the masculine and the feminine. I'm really picking up strong your inner masculine or this other person's inner masculine having that ego issue where they just want to figure it out and do it all themselves. Part of it is because they want to make it perfect or just have control over the situation, but it's not love. That's not the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is when both individuals have done the Ace of Cups through the Nine of Cups in themselves, and they've gone through all these emotional experiences. That's why that Queen of Cups, first card out in my psychic channeling, perfectly confirming that, is controlling your energies, understanding your energies, practicing intellectual humility to check your own biases, to check your own fallacies, to check your own emotions and how you're feeling about something, your reactions to things, and being able to surpass that. That's why this spirituality, it's above politics, it's above even religion, it's above petty, small, insignificant things that don't really matter when we're talking about the soul. Love is truly sharing with another human being in equal measure. And this is about someone, you or someone you're connecting to, getting to that point on that personal, individual level so that they are able to manifest the relationship that they really want. And they do. You do. Or they do. Someone does. So any fear that comes up, any panic, any calamity that happens, I'm picking it up that it doesn't have anything to do with you. So whatever you're trying to make happen, whether it's a career, a car, a house, a move, whatever it is, it feels very material. It's the Chariot. This is my athletic person that's going into a tournament or competing in a thing. That competition type energy, it's your ego. You're feeling very competitive, or you're feeling like not good enough until you do something, or whatever that is. That's the issue. That's why it has to fail. That's why you have to be disappointed, so that you go within and really focus on the real thing that you need. You think that what you need is something to prove to the world or prove to your family to back up your choice, or to prove to someone or something that doesn't even really matter. But that's not it. It's not it at all. What you need is that invisible shift, and to control this panic and fear and ego and all that churning inside of you. You're confident in this choice of relationship, in this love choice. You're confident there. So now it's time to open up and share it. And to walk away, actively walk away from whatever is not in the vibration of true love, truth, and authentic integrity. And you make your wish come true. Okay. That's bring love into the situation. Because this other person is mirroring like the very best in you. They're very solid. They're very self-aware of their energies. They're only going to empower you. That could be this. That could even just be one person that's really rooting for you and really on your side, and your personal cheerleader pumps you up. So when you're ready to bring love into the situation, all this gets resolved. Okay? Gonna leave that right there. Take good care. Sending you guys lots of love. And until our next channeling, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah!